Yeah. So listening to you know, men like Joe Harris. I mean, did you know? I mean, you said Art Blakey, Max Roach when they came to town and things like that.
Right.
But what about guys that were in Pittsburgh as you were developing?
Well, I remember Honey Boy. He was a heck of a drummer. He had been on the road, and I remember Cecil Brooks.
Honey Boy.
Honey Boy was a drummer. I'm trying to remember Honey Boy's like full name, Mensah, but he was a drummer, man, that was phenomenal, and he came up like with my uncles then back in the day, you know, back in the '30s or what have you.
Okay.
You know, but I was thinking about all the different mentors that I had. You know, I mentioned like Cecil Brooks, the singer, the second. Because he was very helpful, like, because he was playing with Bobby Jones, and the guys would let me sit in because I guess I shocked them so many times. They said, this young boy playing drums like this. So they were always nice to me. And like, I think about Philly Joe, man, when I was on the road. The time I had a good conversation with him, with Stanley Turrentine. We were at the It Club in Los Angeles, you know.
Right.
And I left there so early, but time when I was coming up, Joe Harris spent his time like in Europe.
In Europe, yeah.
Yeah, in Sweden. So I never had a chance to really intermingle, you know, with them. But they had Joe Harris when I was in high school. My nephew Greg Humphries, myself, and I got pictures of it. Joe Harris, we did a thing at Carnegie Music Hall.
The three of you?
Yeah, the three drummers.
Right.
And I got pictures of Joe sitting with us, man. And Max Roach was there. Oh, it was incredible, man. But yes, that was as I grew up, I had a chance to really, I had a chance to really get involved with Joe, and he was a heck of a mentor, you know.
All right.
But these are the guys, man. If you got it, they're gonna help you, you know.
True.
You know.
So you mentioned Blakey, Max, Joe Harris, Honey Boy,
Philly Joe.
Philly Joe. You know, now where does Roy Haynes fit into that picture?
Well, mostly Roy Haynes. I was able to listen to him more so than to see him, because a lot of time when we were working, like in New York, he was working or maybe out of town.
Right.
But the time that I did catch when I got the Crawford Grill, man, his thing was always to me so precise, because I guess the picture. Him dressing sharp and the way he played, I understand that snap, crackle, pop, because everything was exactly where it had to be. And you know, it's amazing to have somebody be able to groove so hard, and the simplicity of like tell a story on a drum set. You hear him now at his age. It got a definite purpose when he hit a drum, and you know, configuration of where the drums coming in and what drums he hitting. But he's always been, I think, somebody that we all young drummers have admired, man, because he had his own style.
Yeah, so I realized that, you know, you play at CJ's every Thursday and at Savoy every Monday.
Right.
Where else around town can people hear and experience the RH Factor?
Well, I tell you what, one of the best things that happened for me, Mensah, is that they had the computer and you can put your schedule on there.
Oh, okay.
Because now things are opened up where I'm doing some summer festivals, you know, like in Wine Festival. I'm working at James Street. I'm working at Savoy. So the best way for them to be in touch with me now, if they can go to my website, which is rogerhumphries.com.
All right.
And then they got my schedule, right. Had to keep it so I could remember it, you know. Being fancy, you know.
Yes, sir.
So they can go to my website and they can pull up what my schedule is going to be. And I try to keep that as current as possible when I have someone doing that for me.
Yeah, well, they can tune in to rogerhumphrey.com anywhere in the world.
Yes, sir.
And possibly come and have the experience that we all have in church on Thursdays, or pick up the most recent CD.
Yes.
Keep the Faith.
Yes.
Which is beautiful.
Yes,
beautiful. I've said it to friends in Brooklyn and in Atlanta, and they all wrote me back, Raven, man, I listen to this all the time. You know what I mean? Yeah,
I'm blessed, man.
Yeah. You know. So, Roger, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I mean, this has been
Mensah.
Short and sweet.
Yes,
but I
and thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you so much, man.